Sometimes I think President Biden has a team of morons. I don't mean to be unfair.
No, that's fair.
Many of President Biden's appointees are very smart, but so was the Unabomber. My point is that they may be smart, but they don't have any sense. For example, Secretary Buttigieg, we learned this week, took a carbon-spewing private plane to New York City for a few hours to do a radio interview. Now, I like the secretary, but less than 30 days ago, his department told the states that they ought to make building new roads the lowest possible priority because of climate change. Now, not everybody has a private jet. Most people need to drive a car. And I know life is full of contradictions, but where I come from, we call that hypocrisy. I'm willing to work with President Biden and the Secretary on our environment, but if you're going to be a brave eco-warrior, you need to be consistent. You mentioned the ban.
Yes, sir.
I was just going to say, Sean, you mentioned the ban on gas stoves by President Biden. I want you to consider the context in which this decision was made. Something's very wrong in our country, and most Americans know it. The border's wide open, crime's way up, our national debt is greater than a national output. If inflation keeps going up, the Powerball jackpot's going to be a pound of hamburger. 70% of the American people say the country is headed in the wrong direction. And the Biden administration is worried about gas stoves. If this administration has consistently demonstrated a blind spot about the lives and concerns of ordinary Americans. And if I were president and my number one accomplishment was a decline in the standard of living for most Americans, I wouldn't be worried about gas stoves. Stop listening to the berserk wing of your party. Worry about and try to do something about the things that moms and dads worry about when they lie down to sleep at night and can't. And the rest of it will take care of itself.